3.
Oh, do you
I have
really?
6 screens,
Wow.
yes. Welcome to the Area 8 Championship. We have a guest in studio, Miss Morgan Leonard. How are
Hi.
you, Morgan?
I'm good. How are
You're
you?
probably going to have to get that a lot closer.
Good?
Yeah, say something.
Cool. Hi. I'm Morgan.
Okay, that works great. All right, so long time no talk. Last time we talked, you were not wearing a black and white jersey.
No. So, yeah, this has been about a year. I got to go up to Georgia, do a nice interview. Got to meet with Shane and Ashley, and Shane's over there. And, yeah, it's been awesome. It's been so much fun. The team's great. I love
Shane
it.
is actually hiding off camera. Okay, so you've got Carry Optics in 2 weeks.
Yes.
I assume this is a warm up.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's getting there.
Another practice.
It is.
Live
It's like the practice match. You see where I'm at. So we've been upping the training with some new people, getting some new insights on my shooting, what I can improve, where's low hanging fruit, everything. So that's been super cool. I'm gonna test out new skills here.
Okay.
It's been fun.
So how are you liking it so far?
I like it. I like the match. I like the new skills. I like how I'm pushing differently. I think it's going good.
So how has your training changed?
I've been changing. Usually I do more drill based and like mini stage type of thing, but I've been doing more fundamentals and super like the simple stuff you forget about. So I've been working a ton on that, kind of just going back to my foundation and reminding myself of everything and then taking that to the next level.
Has your you're young still, so you still have school and stuff.
Yes.
But has your number of training sessions increased, or?
It has. So I got a new range that's 30 minutes from my house now. It's an indoor range. It is so awesome. It's just a big bulletproof room. So it's like I'm in there by myself and like there's no tracks. You can shoot into the walls.
There's no 180.
It's there.
It's a 360.
It's a 360 range and you can shoot anywhere. But I usually go to the range 3 times a week, which is much nicer because I can just drive there straight after school, get my training in. I'll stay there for 2 hours, 2.5 hours. It's easy to get sucked in an indoor range.
How hard was it getting access and for them to trust you to be able to use that room?
So it's actually it's the sheriff's office range.
Okay.
So they kind of heard about me. They're local. And they were like, oh, do you want to like come in? So me and my dad went in and they're like, this is the new range we built, yada, 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 all that. And they're like, come for a few times, we'll shoot with you. And they're awesome. They're so, so cool. And like, I love when they shoot with me because we can like help each other out. So the 2 guys that I shoot with are starting to shoot USPSA. And so they're giving me their fundamentals because they're like very like fast, accurate shooters. Then I'm giving them like movement and USPSA type stuff. So it's a great trade. It's working so well.
Okay. How much do you talk to the other team Glock members about training?
I think we text a good amount. We keep each other updated a ton. We've been texting throughout the whole day because we're shooting at 3 different matches right now. So we're like, how's your day going? How are your stages going? Are you done? Are you done? So that's super cool. It's a very like we all fit together super well. So it makes it super easy.
Where are the other ones shooting?
T is in Texas right now. It's Space City, and then Callie, she's the tactical games girl. She's shooting her first USPSA match today at a local club.
Okay.
So we're super excited for her that she can get into it.
All right. Is that you guys rubbing off on her? So when are you guys doing tactical games then?
Shane is shooting tactical games when?
Oh.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Wait a minute. During CO Nats? So he's going to like have a cast on his leg. Okay.
I don't know if I might get into that. It's a lot of fitness.
Yeah, it's a lot of heavy weights moving around.
Lots. Maybe in a few years.
It helps when your frame's a little bigger.
Oh yeah. Shane, he'll crush it. He'll do a good job, Shane.
All right, so you've mentioned a lot of broad stuff for CO Nats. Is there anything in particular you've been working on or you've noticed so far today that you're like, okay, when I get back, I need to look at doing some more of this type of stuff?
So today I've been pushing my speed because I've been working a lot on splits, transitions, draws, just like the little mini things
Okay.
that you want to get faster. So I found that I'm really focusing on those, so I'm dropping a lot of points. So when I get home, I'll definitely focus on keeping my points while keeping these new upgrades to the tiny things. So
Okay.
hopefully I can find a good balance for CO Nets.
Now did you shoot the boat?
We did.
Okay, so you shot the boat. You
Shot the
shot
boat.
I got video of you and Shane on stage 13, which is the dual slider with the two mini
Yeah.
poppers.
Okay.
And you've also shot the other swinger slider.
Yes. Shot the
What do
swing
you
slider.
think of those different target arrays?
I like them. I think they're fun. My sliding steel, the left side that I started on went great, and then the right side I was just like everywhere, and I don't know what happened. I was a hot mess. But I like the different targets. I like the sliding, the bobber. I think it's fun. It's a different challenge that we don't see a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I have not seen in a USPSA match a slider swinger like that.
Yeah.
So, unfortunately, I can't shoot the match physically. I'm not allowed. But on a difficulty of 0 to 10, where do you rate that?
I think it's if you most people kind of overplay it in their mind, and they're like a target that's moving in two different directions. But it's really just you just need to slow it down, and you just as long as you stare at the target, it's really not that bad because they have like static swingers that are much harder at this match than the gliding ones.
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
They had on stage 9. They have like a mini swinger that is going very fast, and I find that much more difficult than the gliders.
Okay.
Just a different speed.
Now, during staff week, so you're over there nodding. You agree?
Oh, yeah, 100%. The swingers on stage 9 and 10 were the hardest swingers in the match.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
they're fast.
Now you shot stage 10 too.
I did.
I've been calling it stage 1 with a 0. What did you think of those shots? Those longer shots?
So that was our first stage of the day. So
Oh, lucky you.
fresh off the bat, we got those mini poppers, which they were pretty far. They were out there for sure, but it's a lot of focus and prep.
So, did Aaron go first on that stage?
Shane did.
Oh, that's right. 6 years before E.
Yep.
Okay. Well, he. All right. So at least you got to watch a few people shoot before you got up there.
Yes,
Like, oh,
That
I'm
was
not
very
doing
nice.
that, but I will do that.
it was difficult, but it was okay.
Like you were saying, test the fundamentals, right?
Yeah,
It
it tests your fundamentals.
was my first stage on day 2, and there's nothing like walking up to a 35-yard mini popper cold. And that's like, well, that's my first shot, so I better hit it.
Oh, it's 5 of them too, not
Yeah,
just
right,
one
exactly,
of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a long stage. It looks awesome though.
Oh, it is. All the stages are awesome. They're all very hard, and they all have very different challenges. It's kind of an ipsicky match. I feel like it's very.
You're not the first person I've heard say that.
You're everywhere. You're never in one place or the other. You're everywhere.
Very few places where you see two targets
Yeah.
side by side.
No, you're moving.
Yeah, there's a lot of movement. There's not a lot of static
Mm.
shooting that I've seen.
A lot
so-
of moving.
It takes a lot
Okay.
of props to build a match like that. I heard that Greater Pittsburgh built something like 150 new walls just to put this on.
I believe it.
Holy cow!
I believe it.
So you're mostly up here tomorrow, right? I think
Yeah.
1 through 7. So you've
Mhm.
got the bus. Is there any stage in particular you're looking forward to shooting?
I'm excited for the bus. So I used to shoot a ton of 3-gun, and we would shoot out of school buses all the time.
Really?
Oh,
Yes, they did a lot of like more of like the long distance stuff, the long range rifle stuff out of school buses. So you'd have to prop your rifle up on a window, put your knees on a seat, and shoot 500-yard targets. So I haven't shot out of a school bus in a really long time. So I'm excited for that.
That's actually like when I was talking to Shane earlier. He said he shot out of a boat before, and so like
Yeah.
he shot out of a boat, you shot out of a school bus. Like Team Glock is prepared for all the unusual stages of this match.
Apparently.
I shot out of a kayak where you had to like pedal. It was a pedal kayak, and you had to pedal the kayak while you were shooting.
While you were shooting.
Yeah, they like made a
Down Class 4 rapids?
basically. basically.
All right, so you're
Okay.
more than prepared.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to go wherever you're going to shoot because apparently you're well more prepared than most people.
3-gun stuff.
3-gun, that's it, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's just a lot of guns to lug around.
It's so many. It's rough. The training for 3-gun and then the traveling for 3-gun is crazy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Way more expensive than this. I used to do rifle stuff,
Mhm.
and that's expensive too. That's why I was like, oh, USPSA, I'm all in because it's a lot cheaper.
And it's more fun.
It is actually. It's a lot more fun because there's a lot less that you have to lug around. So it's much more
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
So like tonight before tomorrow, do you have a routine? Is there anything you're gonna do before you start shooting in the morning?
Sleep.
Sleep?
Oh, yeah. I need sleep. I go to bed so early. But I don't usually go back to the hotel and like clean guns. But if there's like a specific thing that's gonna happen the next day and I want to dry fire it, then we'll do that. Like if there's a weird pickup, a weird draw, a weird
Okay.
target, we'll usually do that. But
You do it at night or you do it in the morning?
night.
Okay.
It's time to sleep on it.
Yeah.
No.
Time to sleep on it.
There you go. Well, Morgan, I need to get you back on the podcast at some
Yes,
point. So
definitely.
we're going to have to turn this into a much longer conversation.
We
but-
can.
Before
We
you go,
will.
do you want to take a look at one of your runs from the overhead footage?
Sure.
All right, well, I'll put that. I've got that
Okay.
ready, Dave. I'll just pop
Okay.
it on the screen.
For probably another month or two. So
Good luck with that.
thanks.
You're welcome. See you in a month or two.
Okay. Sounds good. Take care and thanks for stopping in.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
Bye,
Look, everybody's going to watch you walk away.
guys.
Oh, that's fun.
It is.
Oh, so have they updated the scores yet, Jay?
Let me check on competitor.
Okay. So we found that they haven't been updating the practice score throughout the day. I don't know when it will actually be updated. It did update. Okay, so excellent. I like that. Let's see here. Because I'm really curious about stage 13 and
I
what
guess-
that looks like.
I've got to restart my screen share scores. So
Jacob did?
Shane, it's you.
hop on over. Audio's off? No, we're still on here.
We're still on. Yeah, we're still live in it. Okay. I haven't. The actual practice score main page hasn't updated yet.
Yep, I'll have
You'll have the
the
competitor app up.
in just a second. Yeah.
Okay. So we are
Very nearly
probably
done.
2/3 of the way through the match now.
Yeah.
So,
I guess we've got the 2 p.m. AM PM squads tomorrow, and then the all day Sunday folks.
Yep.
But a lot of people have shot. We should have a pretty good idea in just a moment of where things stand.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and switch us over to the screen share, so that once you get it in there, we can
Gotta crop that
split the screen there.
out. I should have done this in studio mode, but I'm still learning how EV Mux works.
It's all good.
And then we just zip
I can even do it if you want, real quick, since you got it up there. You can start talking.
Alrighty.
All right, you start talking. I'll do the editing.
Sounds good. So in Carry Optics, we'll take a look. Let me refresh that real quick.
I was shooting right here, and the piece of brass was over here.
So according to the
I'm standing here staring at the piece of brass.
according to the high available scores right now, Tom Castro has a narrow lead over John Leaguer after the day one stages. So Tom shot the opposite schedule to folks like Christian, Ben, and so on, or Christian John rather, and so on the Christian Jacob, pardon me, on the Super Squad schedule. So his scores may not be fully representative. They're correct against Tom, but Seiler and Jacob, etc., can push him down further still. Take a look. Let's dig in on Christian's scores real quick. He had a couple of stage wins, but also a couple of misses. I want to look down there. So he's actually been very up and down this match. A couple of 100%, a couple of 85s, a 72, a 92.
Yeah, 72. That's not typical.
Yeah, I guess on Abandoned Hope, there was a miss I believe we witnessed that might be on some of our drone video on stage 13, where
Okay.
On stage 13, Christian, yeah,
Okay.
on I think it was one of the targets he took in between the activator and the sliding steel.
Thank you.
Gotcha. See ya. All right.
Let's we'll pop back to the main list.
So what? Leave it right here for Carry Optics. What is Seiler's possible and what is Jacob's possible?
So we see it's tough to say that because when somebody's finished shooting, it's difficult. Like the maximum points, like it can't take into account people beating the scores, right?
Right. Of
Yeah.
course. Right.
So John's close. He's within 15 points maximum. If you were to tie on every stage, he would finish 15 points behind Castro at this point.
I got you.
Yeah.
See you guys tomorrow.
See you. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes, sir.
I see what you're saying, because if Christian and Jacob were to come 1-2 in every single stage,
Right. Then
that completely changes
right.
everything.
They'd push Castro down.
Correct. Okay.
Surprising name up so high, Ben Krzyzewski, who again was also not on the Super Squad schedule, so that might change. But the fact that Tom has already shot everything, that lends at least some credence to the idea that Ben's that high up in total.
Okay. I like to see someone who was on the podcast, Mr. Jake Walker's
Absolutely, yeah.
number 6. I like
got,
that.
We got some stage video of him in an interview previously.
Okay.
We may. Well, I don't know if I've got that ready for EV Mux yet, but
That's okay.
We'll get it up on Instagram certainly tonight.
Nice. And there's Lane Nelson. I don't know if anybody ever watches Wheel of Fortune, but I did a before and after with Mason, Lane, Nelson, and people. Mason was like, "That's not me." I'm like, "I know it's a Wheel of Fortune thing." I was just
I
being
get it.
funny.
I think that's hilarious. Yeah.
So it's nice to see the Lane Nelson, the other half of the before and after.
Yeah, he's also having, I think, what looks like a pretty good day. Or had a
Okay.
pretty good day today. Some very high performances against strong times from Tom Castro, I think, on the front 7 stages.
Okay. Well, that'll be interesting then tomorrow, especially with what we're calling the Super Squad, Squad 408, being shooting those stages
Yeah.
to finish out the match. So it'll
I
be
think
real interesting.
Where it ends up is, I think Tom has a decent lead. We'll see what Bleeger, Styler, Hetherington, etc. can do to cut into it tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, I'm right here by Limited Optics. Let's jump in there next.
Yeah, let's do it.
So we've got Greg Clement up on top by 4% so far.
By a hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a decent lead, I think, at the moment. He's,
Yeah,
I guess, almost every contender in
almost
Limited
4%.
Optics. Yeah, well, almost every contender in Limited Optics is shooting. Well, I guess the top 2 are shooting the split, the 2-day schedule. So there should be hopefully an interesting race between Greg and Peyton Garcia tomorrow.
Right. And there's at number 4 you have the current shooter known as Tanner D.
We'll have to.
Nobody's going to attempt that last name.
We'll have to find him and ask him how it.
I mean, is it the Dangies River? I don't know.
Couldn't.
He said Dungarees? Did I hear Dungarees? No.
Yeah.
We're just playing, Tanner. We're not making fun of you.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Luke Cal.
Nobody knows exactly how to say your name. So.
In fifth at 92%.
Okay.
That's a solid thing. That's kind of, I feel like,
it is
where he's been recently.
Okay.
Yeah. I will have to. So we didn't actually get any footage of Clement today. We were chasing down the Super Squad for a couple of stages, the 408 squad. We should have some very good fodder for comparison videos tomorrow. Well, keep an eye on that, our viewers, because we've been kind of holding off on some of the analysis stuff we're planning to do until Sunday because we don't want to sort of throw the match in any way. We want to make sure that everyone has the same information going in. But once we get to Sunday, we can start talking about the little differences between stage runs that make the difference in scores.
Yeah. Now, did you guys get anything? I see Travis Tomasi's in the top 10 there with Limited Optics.
We got him on a couple of stages.
Okay.
He had a little bit of difficulty, I think, with the distant poppers on stage 10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay. I could see that. I mean, I get it because I would too. So if I would, I'm sure he would.
Like we said with Morgan, it's not easy shooting.
Yeah, no. And, I don't know that we've really stressed enough the fact that these are, like Wampler said, these are technical stages.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot of movement. There are places like we were talking with Morgan where you can move and shoot. But there are some other ones like that head box. Dave's coming to a complete stop. It's not a rolling stop on a head box at, it's probably what about
yards, maybe.
Yeah. There's going to be a definite pause in there, shoot, and then keep moving. The backward, I like forward and backward. It's the left and right moving and shooting at a target that is a little more tricky, but
yeah, for me, that's interesting. I guess it's a little sidebar, but for me, backing up's always been the hardest one. Forward, and side to side, I'm good at.
Okay.
I'm best at, I guess.
Yeah, for some reason, for me, it's that front and back. I'm good. Once you start moving left, right, I want to add windage in there, and I don't need to.
Yep.
So
you're not going that fast.
No, I'm not. I know. I want to think I am, but I'm really not. All right, so
there's so number 9 there is Isaac McLaren. He was the one we featured with the low overhead shot at the end of last night's broadcast, I think. And we've also got I think we've also got him in the bus, possibly.
Okay, you scared me where you were going with that. When you're in the bus, and then I'm glad you finished it with an S.
Oh, in the
bus. Yes. Okay.
Let's maybe move on to Open.
Yes, Open.
It looks like
third most popular division in the sport.
How times have changed.
Yes, yes.
It
Kangaroos at second.
He's holding on to that podium spot. Aaron Edens, of course, is a tough nut to crack.
Yeah.
I mean, a former national champion.
Yeah.
Anybody who can beat Christian in open anytime, like
Yeah.
at one time, is a
Right.
very good shooter,
Yes.
obviously.
Yes, he is definitely very, very good. So, and I would say the favorite coming in
Oh, almost certainly,
to win that division.
Especially once we saw that Christian had switched registration to carry optics.
You've got Patches Reeder at third, Bill Drummond 4, Chris Gelnet's pulling in at 6, and Frank Gow at 7. Okay.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's kind of a relative sort of who's who of open shooters, especially open shooters in this region of the country.
And Ron Kiesel, classified B, right there, number 10.
Oh yeah, Ron. Man, he's having a banger of a match.
Yeah.
Well, and Ron, Ron shot the split, the 2-day staff schedule with me actually on my squad. It was
right.
It's really nice to see him kind of coming along. He's a Greater Pittsburgh, like this is his home club, so he gets the benefit of practicing with Bill Drummond.
And he's the one who built all these sliding targets you see in the videos.
Yeah. So he may have a slight edge on those,
right.
having seen them before. I won't begrudge him that because he's put so much work into this match.
Right. Okay, PCC.
PCC. Oh, there we go. So, interesting.
Yeah.
So
Woo.
after...
that is very interesting.
That is something we said was possible, right? We at the
Yes.
end of yesterday, we saw Greg Robinson with a slight lead, but he apparently gave it up to Corey Shield today on the second half of the match.
Okay.
Or maybe Corey had just a very good second set of stages. But in any case, Corey's back in the lead. And I don't know if it's a totally safe lead, but...
and they're shooting AM PM split, right? So
who is? Robinson, I think?
I know at least one of them is shooting Sunday PM.
I believe Robinson is for sure.
Okay. I don't know what Corey's schedule is.
Corey shot staff. I think the staff match as well. So
okay,
done.
So
yeah.
Corey is done. So depending on how Greg does tomorrow, then we'll determine.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on that. There are a couple of folks I want to make sure we stop in on tomorrow. Of course, we'll be following the Super Squad too, because they're tons of fun to watch. For one,
yeah,
and also because they're going to be in the mix for carry optics, of course, all of them.
Right.
But I do want to make sure we say hello to Ben Krzyzewski, who was in third, fourth in carry optics. I want to make sure we check in with the PCC contenders. Limited optics, of course, is looking like, well, maybe a little bit less of a photo finish now that Greg has that 3.5% lead. But
right.
Obviously, we want to make sure we get some of him shooting. He's one of those guys who came up really fast. I think I've been following him on Instagram for a little while now, and we went from, like your average kind of B class, A class guy to contending for area match wins really fast.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, a team MPA shooter now too. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, now we'll hit limited in production.
Got to find my mouse. There it is. Limited. Okay, so Shane is actually, as we've said, shooting limited optics. He just hasn't been updated in the tablets yet, it seems like.
Okay.
So that also may throw a little wrinkle into Greg Clement's lead. We'll have to wait for that to update and let you know tomorrow morning, since we're going to be live pretty much all day.
Right. Okay. Huh.
Yeah, so a little bit of a stats thing. We'll have to maybe run up and talk to the crew in the clubhouse to get that fixed. But yeah, Joey still has his lead. Nick Reynolds is about 10% back, and Jason Sandelsky is about 16 or 17% back. So it's, again, looking like the Joey Sauerland show in limited.
Yeah, which is not surprising.
Yeah, it's I think going to do wonders for his ELO rating when the final scores are in.
All right, and production would be the last one that we look at.
Yeah, so it looks like are we missing something? I wonder if is Nash shooting all day tomorrow? He is. Yeah. So,
yes, he just got here today, and I didn't see him. He did send me a message saying he would be here, but I haven't seen him.
I guess I don't see an Eric Shirer on there either, who's also registered now. Or is now we're looking at the squad sheets as well as the scores to see where we're going to be tomorrow. I see there's a third another grandmaster at the bottom of the production list, Eric Shirer. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
So that's another potential challenger for Austin Hull.
Okay.
Yeah, let's dig into Austin's scores and see. I guess he's only shot half the match too. Stage wins everywhere. I wonder by how much. Oop, no, I can't do that.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to say we're probably going to be moving our cameras around. I did do some live streaming today just to see how they would look, but there were a couple of them that were farther out that seemed to have some connection and latency issues. So we may pull those in closer, especially since the quote unquote super squad is 1 through 7. Maybe we'll put the cameras on 4 of those stages, and we'll be able to track them.
Lightens the workload on the field film crew a little bit.
Yeah. So what do we have here?
So I did some digging through the production scores, and I think Austin's having a pretty good match. I don't know if he's having a match that's good enough to take him above Luna or. I think he might beat Nash. Luna might be a tougher order.
Yeah, Sal Luna is a very tough one.
Yep.
Okay.
I guess that puts us through the big divisions. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the limited optics race, as I think we mentioned yesterday, that's one that's going to probably come down to the wire since a couple of the guys are shooting the afternoon squad.
Right.
Clement will finish. Clement and Coley will finish in the morning, and then Garcia will have the afternoon to try and bridge any gap that remains.
Okay. Well, yeah, and talking about production again, Matt Nash shooting all day. Is Sal shooting all day tomorrow?
Yes, Sal is also on the all-day schedule tomorrow.
Yeah, so that'll be interesting. We can keep an eye on that. You got Greg Robinson finishing up tomorrow afternoon.
Actually, Greg was on the PCC full-day schedule, apparently.
Oh.
Let me confirm that with competitor.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, that score stands as shot.
Okay.
Greg's
so
wrapped up.
Done.
Yeah, I guess that was lunchtime we talked about him as opposed to yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, Greg wrapped up and just by a hair, by 0.6%, missed Corey.
Wow. Tight race though.
Very tight.
Yeah. Okay. And I know Travis, I believe, finishes up tomorrow afternoon, right?
Or yes. I'm pretty sure he shot in the morning. So he'd be down here.
Okay.
Yeah, he was on squad 308 down here.
Okay. So we definitely have some stuff, but by noon tomorrow we'll have a much better handle on a lot of the stuff will be complete.
And certainly Carry Optics will have I think a pretty good sense of where the final scores are.
Yeah, for sure. That's going to be an interesting race between the two. So I am curious, can you pull up stage 13? I'm just curious how that finished out.
Yeah.
The order of stage 13.
Do you want to see it by division or?
No, that's good right there. Okay, so yeah, Jacob won it. Shane, right? Man, he beat Shane by 5%.
Ooh,
wow. Oh, there's Morgan right there.
Oh, that's a solid run then.
That is a real solid. They actually beat Joey. That's real good.
Yeah, up there with a lot of the open guys with Tom Castro.
Yeah. Look at that. I guess she's not joking.
Wow,
she's been training.
1597 for Hetherington. I think so. That was one that as we were watching it with the drones, we said that's a smoking run, and clearly it turned out to be.
Because I saw it on my drone, you saw it on your drone, and I was like, hey, who was that?
I've got that in my videos folder somewhere. Let me see if I can find him, and we can take a look at his run.
I mean, the next closest one is Shane, and what does that say? 1656.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so he put
almost a full second on him. Yeah, 0.6 of a second. Dang. And better hits. Holy cow. All right.
I think that's Hetherington. Yeah, it doesn't look like an open gun.
You watching the video now?
Yeah, I'll get it on the screen.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, 261. So let's pull this over to the.
So for the newcomers, just to wrap up, by noon tomorrow, we'll know about Carry Optics. Jacob is still looking like he's tearing things up.
All right, I'm going to have to change my screen share up here, but that's okay.
Okay.
And share that one. And here we
Oh no. I'm sorry. Go back to that.